So, Karl, I'm really sorry that I can't be with you today and everybody else. It's one of the few leaving dues that I really am sad to be missing, but I'm afraid I can't be there. So, in inspiration from you, we're using technology for me to say thank you and goodbye. The downside of working with fantastic people is they get snapped up by another organisation who can offer probably new and different challenges. Now, I don't think that any organisation will be able to offer more challenges than we have, but I do think that you'll be great at conquering the challenges when you get to Sussex Partnership. And you've demonstrated in the years that I've known you that ability to absolutely conquer everything that happens. You going is incredibly sad, but also incredibly happy. I'm personally going to miss you. But it's nice to know that you're just over the border and that you're looking after mental health, so you can probably speed most of us up the list so that we can be seen more quickly, which is what I think probably we'll need over the next few months, a little bit of mental health support. What I'd like to do is just say lots and lots of thank yous. I'd like to give some personal thanks from me. Some on behalf of the team and some on behalf of the organisations that you've supported. I'll start with the personal thank yous, and I suspect they will reflect the feelings of most of the people in the room. You have been an absolute inspirational leader, and I can only say an absolute joy to work with. You have personally made it a great place to work. You have almost sort of held our hands. No, we're not saying we have held hands. We obviously haven't held hands. Everyone knows I don't touch people. If you don't, I'm not suggesting that you touch people. But anyway, moving swiftly on, because now I'm on camera, you've always been there with a smile and an encouraging word when the work days have been long, when it's been difficult to see that the end really is in sight. And I have many memories of you just giving that gentle smile and nod at the end of a very long day to say, we can do it, we will do it, we are doing it. And for that, just the little bits of encouragement and the smile and then the humour has made working at Hampshire and SHIP really worthwhile. So a very personal thank you. And as I say, I'm sure that's reflected by many people in the room. On behalf of the various teams you've created and led, I'd like to thank you for being creative, for finding new ways of working and adding your special little touch in making our world brighter, and a little bit design-led. I think we've all been interested in your ability to make everything colourful, bright and beautiful. And I don't think anybody could have made Barton Park the place that you have turned it into, which is actually a nice place to walk into, an encouraging place. And we all love the uniform. We should have guessed as soon as we put you in charge that with your army background, Navy background, it's submariner, anyway, something to do with the forces, that you'd have stuck all of your staff in uniform. I think you get a little kick out of that. And certainly we enjoy it. And I think it's given you and your team a sense of pride. I think you inspire us to be professional, but I think by making us feel like one team and one group of people who can go out and make a difference, that's really made a difference to the shared services. So I know the future is going to be different, but I do hope that we see lots of red shirts or the equivalent. And I'm sure that when you go to Sussex Partnership that you will have them in uniform as well. I just want to say that I've seen you live your values, so while many of us make reference to continuing professional development, you've done it, being a member of the Institute of Management and positively promoting and supporting training and improving the qualifications of your staff. So I just want you to remember when you leave that your legacy will be that we are more professional, more qualified and able to do better without you rather than with you. But that's your legacy, and I think that you'll recreate that when you go to the Sussex Partnership. And then a thank you for the business, for delivering services over so many years now. I don't want to make you sound old, but you are. that have made a real difference. I frequently go to Aldershot Centre for Health now, but it's one of the few places that instead of thinking about what I need to do that day when I walk in, I'm inspired by walking through the front door and having that feeling of calm. And that was created partly by you, and you created an agency or a multi-agency building where patients can use touchscreen kiosks to register themselves, and it's great. The patients look happy as they walk in, and of course I now realise that the reason you spent so much time there is of course half the people are in uniform, probably the reason I still go there, but let's move on from the uniform. Great place, absolutely brilliant. And then there's the little things, the OCS and conference calling, video conferencing, and the sort of iTuny, what is it? Tube. Oh, you see, there we go. I am not technical, but getting this sort of video clip to work. And yesterday I was on a conference call with KPMG, who've actually complimented the ease of which our conference call facilities work, and the gentleness of them. I didn't realise conference call facilities were significantly different, but if you're using lots of them, evidently ours is nice. So it's really great that you have had the vision and then with your team driven that through. And again, it's made a difference, and it will be a legacy that you have left out. I think the only thing we need to sort out now is to make it wireless, and so I'm assuming, Ashley, that we're handing that over to you. So those are all the thank yous. Now thinking to the future, do remember that you'll be missed. We know you'll have a fantastic time. You will create a new and brilliant team, but we will miss the uniqueness of Karl. So on behalf of the team, the organisation you have supported, I just want to wish you good luck in your new role as Director of IT at Sussex Partnership.